Most people think jealousy looks like hate, loud, obvious, messy. But the truth? The most dangerous jealous people don't come at you with anger. They come at you with a smile and a question. Have you ever had a moment where you were genuinely proud of yourself? You got a promotion, posted a small win on Instagram, started dressing better, finally set a boundary, and someone hit you with a line that sounded normal, but it instantly made you feel weird? Like, wow, how did you afford that? Are you sure that's a good idea? Who do you think you are now? Isn't that a little much? Did someone help you with that? And suddenly your joy drops, your confidence shrinks. You start explaining, defending, softening your own win. Not because you did anything wrong, but because deep down you were trained to stay humble, stay quiet, stay small, so nobody feels uncomfortable around you. Let me say this clearly, you're not too much. You're just surrounded by people who can't handle you becoming more. And here's what's wild. Those questions aren't curiosity. They're traps. They're designed to pull you into a role where you feel like you have to justify your life, your money, your choices, your growth, your success. But once you learn how to recognize them, everything changes. Because you don't need to argue. You don't need to prove yourself. You just need the right response that shuts the door, politely, confidently, instantly. So if you're tired of feeling guilty for doing well, stay with me. I'm about to break down the 5 sneaky questions jealous people always ask, and exactly what to say so you protect your peace without losing your class. Protecting your peace without losing your class starts with one simple realization. It was never just a question. It's that moment right after the question lands, when your body answers before your mouth does. You feel it in your chest first, like your stomach drops half an inch, your smile freezes, your shoulders tighten without permission. Your eyes flick away for a second like you're searching the room for an exit. And the crazy part is, nothing bad even happened. No one yelled, no one cursed you out, they didn't insult you to your face, they just said it with that sweet voice, that friendly smile, the kind of tone that makes you feel like you'd be rude if you didn't respond. So you do what most good people do. You start explaining, you laugh a little to soften it, you add extra details you were never asked for. You start doing mental math out loud to prove you're responsible. You start shrinking your wins so it doesn't feel like a win anymore. Maybe you've lived this scene. You're at a backyard barbecue, paper plate in your hand, music playing low. You finally feel proud of your progress, your new apartment, your new body, your new job, your new mindset. And someone you've known forever looks you up and down and goes, "Oh wow, look at you." At first it sounds like a compliment, then comes the follow-up. So, how much did that cost? Are you sure that's smart? Must be nice. And it's subtle, but your joy starts leaking out of you like air from a tire. You can literally feel yourself mentally stepping backward, like, wait, am I doing too much? Am I making people uncomfortable? Should I downplay this? So you say something like, oh, it was on sale, or it's not even a big deal. And you smile while you say it, because that's what you were trained to do, not just by society, but by family, culture, even love. A lot of us grew up hearing things like, don't show off, stay humble, don't make people jealous, just be grateful for what you have. And listen, humility is beautiful. Gratitude is powerful. In Buddhist terms, it's good karma to live without arrogance. It's wise to keep your ego in check. But there's a difference between humility and self-erasure. There's a difference between being grounded and being trained to feel guilty every time you rise. Because some people don't ask questions to understand you. They ask questions to position you, to put you back in a place that feels comfortable for them. This is what most people miss. The trap isn't in what they ask. The trap is in what they make you become after you answer. They turn you into the explainer, the one who has to justify your life, your money, your choices, your growth, your happiness. And once you step into that role, you lose the moment. You're no longer enjoying your win, you're defending it, you're no longer celebrating your glow up, you're apologizing for it. That's why your mood drops so fast, because your nervous system can feel the shift in power. It's like your spirit knows, even before your mind can name it. This isn't love. This isn't support. This is pressure wrapped in politeness. In Buddhism, there's a concept people understand without needing fancy words. Mindfulness. That moment of pause, that breath, that awareness. And that's what you need right here. Not to judge them, not to attack them, just to see clearly. Because jealous energy rarely shows up as rage. It shows up as concern. It shows up as a question that carries a hidden message underneath it. A hidden message like, I don't think you deserve this. I don't think you're capable. I need you to stay the version of you that makes me feel safe. I'm uncomfortable watching you grow. I want you to doubt yourself so I don't have to face myself. And if you're a kind person, if you have empathy, this is where you get caught. Because you assume they mean well. You assume they're just curious. You assume they're trying to protect you. So you give them your energy, you give them your explanation, you give them access. And afterward, you replay the moment in your head while brushing your teeth at night. Like, why did I even say all that? Why do I feel drained? Why do I feel embarrassed when I didn't do anything wrong? Let me tell you something that might heal a part of you today. You are not weak for feeling that drop. You're not too sensitive. You're not crazy. You're just someone who has a good heart, and you're learning discernment. In plain words, you're learning the difference between someone who celebrates you and someone who studies you. Real supporters don't interrogate your joy. They don't audit your blessings. They don't make you feel like you need permission to live well. They might ask questions, yes, healthy questions, but they sound different. They sound like, I'm so proud of you. How does it feel? That's amazing. Tell me more. How can I support you? You worked hard for this. You deserve it. Do you feel the difference? One feels like warmth. The other feels like you're on trial. And here's the deepest truth. When people are truly at peace with themselves, your success doesn't threaten them. It inspires them. But when someone is stuck, when someone is insecure, your growth becomes a mirror they don't want to look into. So they try to fog it up. They don't have to insult you, they just have to get you to second guess yourself. That's the real power of these innocent questions. They don't destroy your confidence in one punch. They drain it slowly, like a leak. A little guilt here, a little embarrassment there, a little self-doubt, a little shrinking, until one day you don't even remember what it felt like to be fully proud of yourself out loud. But today, you're changing that. Because once you can recognize the trap, you can step out of it. You can still be kind, you can still be respectful, you can still be peaceful, but you won't be available for manipulation. And in the next part, I'm going to walk you through the exact questions to listen for, the ones that sound sweet but hit like poison, and the simple, confident one-liners you can use to protect your peace instantly. And the next part is where you get your power back. Because once you know the exact questions to listen for, you stop reacting on autopilot. You stop handing people your energy like it's free. You pause, you breathe, you stay mindful, and you remember something simple. Not every question deserves an answer. These aren't random questions, they're a pattern. 5 traps, 5 moves, 5 ways people try to pull you out of your peace and into your ego. So I'm going to give you 5 power lines. Short, calm, unshakable. No long stories, no over-explaining, no emotional donation. Trap number 1 is the money trap. You finally buy something that makes you feel proud. Nothing wild, just something that represents progress. Maybe you upgrade your car. Maybe you finally get that MacBook you saved for. Maybe you travel for the first time in years and post one photo with the sunlight hitting your face like you've been reborn. And someone leans in with that half smile and goes, okay, how did you afford that? It's not congratulations. It's not I'm happy for you. It's a quiet interrogation. Here's the deep truth. Money questions are rarely about money. They're about worthiness. They're testing whether you deserve your own life. Because the moment you start explaining, you step into the shame trap. You start defending your blessings like you stole them. So your power line is simple. I planned for it. That's it. Not, oh, I got it on sale. Not, I've been struggling, but just, I planned for it. And if they push again, you keep your karma clean and your boundaries strong. I'm grateful I could. Short. Peaceful. Closed door. Trap number 2 is the doubt bomb. This one happens when you're excited about something that requires courage. A new job, a new city, a business idea you've been building quietly in your notes app at 2 a.m., a gym routine you finally committed to, therapy, sobriety, a new relationship, a new version of you. You share it with someone and they hit you with, are you sure that's a good idea? And watch how your brain reacts. Your excitement turns into a courtroom. Now you're presenting evidence, you're proving your case, you're begging for approval you didn't even realize you needed. But real concern sounds like support. Real concern asks, how can I help? Jealous concern just drops fear in your lap and walks away. So your power line is, I've thought it through, I'm going for it. Not loud, not rude, not defensive, just grounded, like a person who trusts themselves. Because life is uncertain, and still you move forward. That's courage, that's right effort, that's good karma. Trap number 3 is the identity attack. This one comes when you stop playing small. You stop answering texts right away. You stop laughing at disrespect. You stop being available to everyone. You start dressing like you respect yourself. You start speaking like you believe your own words. And someone says, who do you think you are now? Or you've changed. Or the classic, you think you're better than us. This trap is nasty because it doesn't attack your actions. It attacks your right to grow. It's designed to activate guilt, because guilt is the leash that keeps people controllable. But growth is not betrayal. Boundaries are not arrogance. Healing is not disrespect. So your power line is, yeah, I have changed. I'm proud of that. Say it like you're stating the weather. No heat, no apology. If they can't celebrate your evolution, they don't get a front row seat to it. Trap number 4 is the too much shame. This is the one that tries to dim your light without admitting they're bothered by it. You're happy. You're celebrating. You post something you worked hard for. Maybe it's a graduation photo. Maybe it's a promotion post on LinkedIn. Maybe it's you in a nice outfit at a wedding, standing taller than you used to, and someone hits you with, isn't that a little much? Do you really need all that attention? Why are you showing off? And suddenly you feel like you're committing a crime by being visible. But let's be mindful here. You're not doing too much. You're just doing more than they're comfortable with. And that discomfort is not your responsibility. So your power line is, I'm celebrating. It's a good day. You don't debate. You don't explain your happiness. You don't shrink your joy to match their pain. In Buddhism, there's a quiet strength in joy without attachment. You can celebrate without arrogance. You can shine without harming anyone. Your light isn't the problem. Their unfinished healing is. Trap number 5 is the credit eraser. This one is the most disrespectful because it tries to delete you while smiling. You accomplish something real. You finish a project. You get recognized at work. You hit a fitness goal. You build something from nothing, and someone says, wow, did someone help you with that? Listen to how sneaky that is. It sounds like curiosity, but it carries an assumption. You couldn't have done it alone. Jealous people struggle to give you full credit because it forces them to update the picture they have of you. The old version, the small version, the easy to dismiss version. And if you accept that question the wrong way, you start handing your power away. You say, oh, it was nothing. You say, I just got lucky. You erase yourself before they even have to. So your power line is, thank you. I put a lot of work into it. That line is respectful. That line is confident. That line is ownership without arrogance. And if you want the cleanest, strongest version, I did it. Not aggressive, just clear. Because here's what I want you to remember the next time one of these questions hits you. You don't have to win the conversation. You just have to protect your peace. You don't need a perfect comeback. You need a calm boundary, a mindful pause, a steady voice, a closed door. Those 5 questions are designed to pull you into doubt, guilt, and over-explaining. And those 5 power lines are how you stay grounded, stay graceful, and stay free. So if you've ever felt your mood drop from one innocent question, you're not alone. You're just waking up. And once you wake up, you don't go back to sleep. And once you wake up, you don't go back to sleep. Because now when someone tries to slip one of those sweet little questions into your moment, you'll feel it. Not with paranoia, not with anger, but with clarity. You'll notice the way your chest tightens for half a second, the way your mind tries to rush into explanation mode, the way your old habits reach for the same script. Let me make them comfortable. Let me prove I'm not doing too much. Let me shrink this down. And that right there is your turning point. That tiny moment, the pause between their question and your answer, is where your whole life starts changing. Because you have 2 choices. You can give away your peace for free, or you can protect it with one calm sentence. And I know some people are watching this and thinking, but what if they really meant it? What if I'm being cold? What if I'm overreacting? Listen to me, this is important. A boundary isn't an attack. A boundary is a blessing. It's you choosing right speech, right effort, right direction. In Buddhism, we talk about suffering not just as pain, but as attachment, clinging to what we cannot control. And one of the deepest attachments people carry is this: the need to be liked by everyone, the need to keep the mood smooth, the need to be the easy one, the one who never makes anything awkward, the one who always smiles even while being poked, questioned, judged. But peace doesn't come from being easy to handle. Peace comes from being rooted. So let me give you a simple truth that can free you. People who love you don't require you to become smaller to stay close to them. They don't need you to dim your light so they can feel bright. They don't need you to apologize every time life finally starts working out for you. They might not always understand your choices, but they will respect your spirit. They'll say, "That's big, I'm proud of you." They'll say, "I know you worked for that." They'll say, "I'm cheering for you." And if they feel worried, they'll still stand with you. They won't throw doubt at you and walk away. That's the difference between support and sabotage. Support feels like warmth. Sabotage feels like a smile with a needle in it. Now here's the part that might hit a little deeper. Sometimes the jealous person isn't a stranger. Sometimes it's a friend you've known since high school. Sometimes it's a cousin who grew up with you. Sometimes it's someone you've eaten Thanksgiving dinner with for 10 years. And that's why this hurts. Because you don't want to believe it. You want to believe they're happy for you, and you can still love them. You can still have compassion. But compassion does not mean you abandon yourself. If their questions consistently leave you drained, insecure, and smaller, that is your answer. The Buddha taught mindfulness not to make us cold, but to make us free. Free from manipulation, free from unnecessary suffering, free from conversations that steal our life force. So the next time someone asks you one of those questions, I want you to do this. Pause. Take one breath. Feel your feet on the ground and silently ask yourself, is this person celebrating me or trying to control me? Because that question will save you. It will save you from over-explaining. It will save you from proving. It will save you from turning your happiness into a debate. And listen, you don't need to win every room. You don't need to convince anyone that you deserve your life. Your success does not need a jury. Your growth does not need permission. Your healing does not need to be understood by people who benefit from the old you. You are allowed to outgrow spaces that only loved you when you were quiet. You are allowed to change. You are allowed to rise, and you are allowed to protect your peace without guilt. Because peace is not something you find later. Peace is something you practice now. In your words, your tone, your boundaries, your energy. That's real power. So here's what I want you to do after this video. Pick one power line, just one. Write it down. Put it in your notes app. Practice it in the mirror if you have to. Not because you're trying to be tough, but because you're training yourself to stay grounded when life tests you. And if this message hit your heart, I want you to comment one thing. Which question have you heard the most? Was it the money question? The doubt bomb? The you've changed attack? The too much shame? Or the credit eraser? Drop it in the comments so you know you're not alone and so someone else reading it feels seen. And if you want more videos like this, real talk, real boundaries, real peace, go ahead and follow, subscribe, and stay close. Because you're not here to play small. You're not here to stay stuck. You're here to become who you were meant to be. May you stay mindful. May you stay protected. May you keep your heart soft and your boundaries strong. And most of all, may you keep shining.